Driving down the road yesterday, I passed one of those metal recycling places, and I wasn't in a hurry, so I decided for the first time that I would stop in and have a look around. I am so glad I did, because I picked up this large induction motor here, and I also picked up this 6-inch bench grinder. Now the cable has been cut off and you can see it's kind of in rough condition. If we can get it running, I'll go ahead and make some kind of platform which will allow me to sharpen my chisels at the correct angle. I'm not going to design a CAD model or anything for this. There's always room to rebuild and improve it later, right? Let's get started by making sure it works. So you can see there's a start capacitor here. All the wiring on the inside looks intact. What I'll do is cut this right here and only change what I need to change going to the outside. I took this washer and wrapped the cables around it, and all that does is prevents this from being pulled out by accident. So my cables are secure now on the inside. Let's get this cover back up and see if it works. Well, that was a whole lot easier than I expected. Maybe they just got tired of trying to grind without the stands there and the leg broke off, and I don't know. Let's see if we can't make this into something usable. I think we're ready to give this guy a paint job. I'm going to clean up all these pieces off camera. You can probably guess what color this is going to end up being. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. Take this guy, mount it something like this. We'll have a little bit of space in the front so that we can bolt this down. I need some kind of platform in front, and it needs to be able to tilt, and maybe I need to be able to move it up and forward. So I think I need 2 hinges. I'll have a bolt going through here inside a slot, or okay, so the slot will be in my side pieces. So I'll have a piece going this way with the slot inside of it, and that will allow me to adjust the top plate up and down inside a slot. And then this one will also have just a hole that will allow me to tilt it around. So then I can tilt it, push it forward, pull it up and down inside that slot, and then tighten 2 bolts. Okay, we've made a little progress. I've cleared things out a little bit. We're going to pretend like this is the center rail. I've got a piece glued up outside. There'll be a center piece here, and then it'll have a hole in it which would allow me to slide my platform and give me a little bit of height adjustment, as well as tilting forward and pushing up a little bit. And then these holes at the top are meant to line up with this piece. And now you can picture a little better where this is going. This piece will be like this, and that would allow the table to tilt, and then this slot will allow the whole platform to slide up and down and back and forth. One design issue that I just noticed is kind of what happens when you are making pieces on the fly, is I made this just a bit too short. Well, I shouldn't say too short. I've made it short enough that it's uncomfortable. So right there, when you're pushing on this wing nut, there's room for it to spin around, but you're probably going to bump your finger against this, or I will, and that just means I'm gonna, oh wait, okay, I just realized that I only have one wing nut, and so I'm going to have to make another one out of wood. I think what I'll do is just take this T-nut and a hole saw. I'll cut out a circle, knock this T-nut into the center of it, cut some notches out of it, and it'll be basically like a big knob that I can tighten for the one that'll go right here. When I go to tighten this side, the bolt head is wanting to turn, and so you can't get that last little bit of pinch. So I guess I got two options. I can make a cutout. No, actually I don't like that idea. I think what I'm going to do is make another wooden adapter like this that fits on this head, and that gives me something to hold on to while I'm rotating that. This one seems to wedge and tighten enough without having to worry about that, so I'm not going to change that one. This platform, after I screwed everything down, I realized that I had shifted it off the line just a little bit when I was screwing it down, and that made the plate tilted. So instead of unscrewing everything and repainting the empty spot, I just cut out a little more right here. Well, the last issue is this light. The light socket itself works, but as you can see, the little switch on the back is broken off. And I have this other one that I took out of a lamp post. As you can see in the picture here, it's got three, or it used to have 3 stands on it, but I only really need 2, so we're going to take this guy and let's install it in there. The success of your project is always going to be directly proportional to the amount of effort and planning you put into it. In this case, I was a little hesitant to put a lot of effort and planning into it because I wasn't sure if the grinder would even work. And now that I've built the thing and it's working, is sort of a double-edged sword. You have a working prototype, so it's really difficult to motivate yourself to change it. There's several things that I want to do and improve these guards, make those look better, make something to sharpen my spindle gouges and things like that. I'd love to know what kind of improvements you guys have made to your grinders, accessories you've built, things like that, or even just what you think of this project. So just scroll down to the comments and leave me a note down there. Other than that, this guy is working, so let me get to sharpening some chisels.